Well, hey guys, it's Brandon C. Lion, and I am here to do a quick tutorial video on how you can get infinite energy and damn near infinite resources in Minecraft Feed the Beast Unleashed mod pack. This all is based off skeletons. I'm sure other people have done this before, but I honestly haven't seen it done, so I'm not sure. First things first is we are going to build ourselves just a little spawning chamber. Bloop. And this can really be any size. I generally try to keep mine around 5 by 5, just so that I don't have to mess with conveyor belts all that much. Ooh. Let's fill that in. Creative mode, yay. Alright guys, so once you have your basic spawning chamber set up, and we're also going to build this out just a little bit like this, just to be right in the middle-ish. Doesn't have to be perfect, because let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, okay. So yes, this is right in the middle. We're going to take our soul cage, pop that right there, break that, and then of course what you want to do is use a little bit of redneck cable, and we'll just run this like right here. Oh, not there. We want it right there. And we're going to need a lever. Ooh, where'd it go? Where'd the lever go? There it is. Ah. Cool. So this will let you turn it on and off. So let's take... You can really do this. Tier 5, of course, is going to work the best, but it's not necessary. And I have it on peaceful mode right now, so... Alright, turn it off. Seal that up. And here's how this works. You take a grinder. This is from Mine Factory Reloaded. Set it right there. Then, of course, you're going to need a chest to put that into. Of course, technically, you could do a tesseract if you wanted to, but we're just going to do a chest for right now. Diamond chest. Pop that right there. Now to power it, you're gonna want to have where's my red? Okay, we got a redstone energy cell. And we're just gonna pop this guy right down here for the time being, and that powers that up. Good stuff. Let's real quick take it off of creative mode. Turn this on, and of course you'll normally want to close it in or make it a little bit higher, whatever. But this guy, just kick it out, and bam, you're getting tons and tons of bones and energies. But that's not all you're gonna get. Let's turn the sound down real quick. It's going. Come on, die now. Dead. We're gonna let this run for a second, and we'll see everything. Alright guys, we've let this run for just a few minutes, and as you can see, wow, that's a lot of bones. That's a lot of bones. Now, the easiest way for getting started is we're gonna need an emerald transport pipe. Oh, that's an automatic. I can never get those things to work, so, alright, emerald transport pipe, here we go. We're going to go ahead and just bring this down, slap it right there. We need to flip that around, actually, like this. Okay, and now we want to right click on it, and we want to tell it just to remove bones. I'm going to slap this guy on there. We're going to come into this and say, hey, this is what you're going to need to do. Then we're going to set that to automatically pump. Now, we're going to change this up here in just a little bit, because this right here, you're going to see an immediate problem very, very quickly. And that's the fact that because of changes made to the automatic workbench, this doesn't work. It takes forever. This like progress bar is horrible. And it's going to overflow very, very quickly. But those bones are being made into bone meal. That bone meal is being fed over here into this bioreactor. Kind of slowly, so let's go ahead and just give that a kickstart. We'll just go bone meal, bloom. Alright. So then we're just going to dump all that into there. Give that a quick jump start. That is being fed into these liquiducts. The liquiducts are going into what I like to call the Tower of Power. And it's being fed into all of these. Okay? Now, we also have another set of liquiducts coming in. And I wanted to make sure that I didn't get these cross-connected. There's a better way of doing this, I'm sure. So, oops, nope. So we're just going to come down with it to right here. Alright, and so now those are connected. Those are down here with this. This is a lava fabricator. This is also thanks to Mine Factory Reloaded. Saves you from having to just get a whole bunch of buckets from the nether. Alright, and now those are all connected. And that's going to feed up and over. Voila. Alright, so what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to give this just a little bit of time to let all these pipes fill up, primarily with the biofuel. And I think these are going to be the last two that get anything, so we'll be back in just a few. Alright. So, we got the first few engines going, and just so that this doesn't constantly run out, we've adjusted this down a little bit. We got 3 engines going. Those produce a total of 15 MJ a tick. So right now we only have it outputting 10, just so this will stay charged. The lava fabricator is still pumping out. This is still pumping out. And as more of these engines come online and get enough fuel and lava, they're going to automatically kick on. On each side we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 40 engines total. That's 200 MJ a tick that we are producing, and that is pretty good. Now, here's what we're going to do. For right now, we're going to shut this off. We're going to break this and break that. Okay? And instead, we're going to bring out some item tesseracts. We're going to need at least 2 for right now. We're going to place Tesseract right here. And we're just going to tell this to be on 111. Check. And this is going to be items. Add. Alright, so that's been added. Now over here, we've added an ME cable and a basic import bus, and we got another diamond chest. We're going to slap another one of these right here. We're going to tell that item as well. So now, as items get pumped out of here, they're going to go into here, into the chest, into the cable, into the access terminal, and then that's all going to get stored on these drives. And we'll go ahead and test that out now. Bloop. Should be going here in just a second. There it goes. Okay, so items are getting popped into here, and bam, 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 all into here. Fantastic. So now we're going to take our export bus. Oops. We got more ME cable right here. So now this ME cable, and you can prettify this up as much as you want. I'm just doing this to show you guys the basics of it. We're going to bring that over here. Come on. Yeah, one more. Yeah, right there. So of course you'd probably just want to run this underneath everything. We're going to run it to right here. We're going to take our export bus. We're going to get that turned like so. and then we're going to right click on it and tell it bones. Always active, and go. So as you can see, it's now pumping bones into here. Once it hits 64, it stops. Can't handle anymore, not going to make it handle anymore. And so that prevents the massive overflow problem. And if we come back over here, so the bones come in, then sometimes the bones go out. That's going to constantly make sure that we have power going to all of these. Now, to start out, you probably want to go with less than 40 engines, just because the liquid ducts funnel everything out evenly. And that can be a little bit of a problem. But what we'll do for right now is we're going to hook up a second bioreactor. And this isn't ever really a bad idea. You can do this. You can really hook up as many bioreactors as you want to make sure that you have enough. And take another liquid duct and slap that right there, and then we're just going to join these together. Sorry guys, my allergies are really kicking my butt. So then this is just producing and pumping it out. Now the only problem, of course, is that this produces really slow, and I've yet to figure out a way of being able to do that much easier. Now, the one thing that, for whatever reason, I normally have happening that isn't happening right here, is none of these skeletons are dropping armor or bows. I'm not sure if I just haven't given it enough time or what's going on, but they are not dropping any type of armor. So we're going to let this sit for a little bit longer. Hopefully all these engines... Oh, see, some more are starting to kick on now. Very cool. More and more should kick on as they get additional biofuel. So we're going to let that go for a while. Notice that there was a slight design flaw. You probably do want to expand this grader to 5x5 because the spawner actually produces out farther. So some of them are popping out. Not a big deal. This is just kind of a proof of concept type thing. So we're going to let this sit for a while, let all these engines start kicking on, and then hopefully we'll get some mobs dropping armor, because that's where we get our infinite resources. So we'll be back in just a few. Alright guys, so I think it's because I had the game set on easy difficulty is why they weren't spawning with armor. But as you can see, they are now spawning with armor. Chainmail, gold, and leather, and every once in a while iron as well. And the thing about using the grinder as opposed to turtles or anything else is that the armor isn't damaged. It has full durability. That's fantastic. But there's nothing we can really do with leather or the bows. So this is where we got a couple extra items that we're going to be using. First off is going to be the fuzzy export bus. Now, we used one over here, but with that, you really could have used just a basic or a precision. It doesn't really matter. But for this, we are definitely going to want to use the fuzzy. So we're also going to need a trash can. Alright. And this trash can, it basically just acts like a void pipe, but we're going to use it. Okay, so here we have our fuzzy export bus going right here. Let's go ahead and get that turned down. We're there. Keeps jumping out. Get that facing down. Good stuff. Good stuff. So now let's get rid of that and that and that and that and that and that. We're gonna hold on to that bow, and we want to grab this leather. So 1, 2, 3. Oh nope. We just want one of each. So head, chest, legs, feet, and we have a bow. So we come over here to the fuzzy export bus, and we go bam, oops, bam, 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 bam. Now, and if we come back over here and take a look, as you can see, where is it? Let's dump this in here. As you can see, boo, just disappears. Completely disappears. We actually, let's Is there a difference between these two bows? Ah, yes. Alright, so we want to take one of our one of the enchanted bows. We'll take that one off, slap that on there. Again, because it has full durability. And look, the number of bows is going down. The reason we use the fuzzy export bus is because it ignores the enchantments. And that's very, very, very important. Now, let's take a look. These still haven't all kicked on yet. It's because the biofuel has to get up to there. These over here I kick-started with some buckets, and these two that are running up here, it's because they're attached twice to the liquiducts. So keep that in mind. You may want to start this with just, you know, maybe 8 engines. They'll get going a lot faster. But I have this guy only putting out 15, so you know he's still still fine. So now, what about all of the chainmail and gold that we're going to be getting? Well, that's a good question, and I'm going to show you exactly what we're going to do with it, and that is thanks to Tinker's Construct. Alright, so what you're going to need are two Smelteries. And for those of you that don't know, where's my seared brick? Guess I accidentally threw it out. Alright, seared bricks, here we go. You're going to want 2 of these. One for, and really eventually 3, but for right now we'll just do 2. So, actually I don't need to do that, so. Alright. For the Smelteries, it's a 3x3. And then, actually, nope. Yes. I prefer putting the first layer down like this. So 3 here, and then you're going to need a Smeltery controller, a seared tank like this, and more like this. Really? Where's my these guys? And I would do this on peaceful, but that would just mean that all of my stuff would disappear. Now, over here, you're going to want to put down a Smeltery drain. Okay? And then we're going to make another one right here. So, bam, bam, bam. Okay. Oh, no, Smeltery drain right here. Ah, so right there. I like things to match. We're going to need seared brick, seared brick. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay, and then again, you're going to want to have your seared tank, and then the Smeltery controller. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to need to get our ME cable back out, and we're going to need 2 fuzzy export buses. And again, you'll want to prettify this up however you see fit. I'm just doing this to show you guys how it would all connect. So we're going to bring this just down here like that. Like that. One there. One there. Fuzzy export bus. Fuzzy export bus. And this one we need to turn around. Okay, like that. Cool. Now, attached to these guys, you have to have a faucet. You can barely see that thing in any eye. And that gets attached right? No? Is it because of that? Yes. Okay, so keep that in mind as well. And we'll just run that up and over. Okay, done. Now, these guys have to be fed with lava. So let's go ahead and get that going. See the best way of doing this. And you want to just do this however is going to work best for you. We're going to run this actually underneath here. And you'll see why in just a minute. Okay, there's the tank. Bloop. And let's get those connected like that. Perfect. And then over here, we're going to do the same thing. Ah. And then like that. And then we want to connect those up. There you go. And these will fill up over time. No big deal. Nope, nope, right here. They'll fill up. So then you come over here to the access terminal, and we want to clear out some of this crap out of our inventory. Cool. Feet, chest, head, legs, and then feet, chest, head, legs from each one. Perfect. You want to set them like this just so it's a little bit easier to handle going this way. Here we're going to put our gold. And as you can see, that's already going in there. And over here we're going to put our chainmail. Just like that. And as you can see, that already has stuff going in it as well. Now, with these, the higher you build them up, and you can really just use more seared bricks or seared glass. So if you want to, you can just go like this. Oops. And as soon as I finish this out, you'll see that it'll fill in another layer. Yep. It'll just go ahead and fill in that extra layer. You can build this, I think, as tall as you want. It makes it to where it can hold more liquid, and it can hold more items, which is useful all around. Now, how do we get all our stuff out of this? Because what this is going to do is it's going to take all of this and it's going to smelt it down into liquid gold. Awesome. Over here is going to take all these and melt it down into liquid steel. Right now it's going a little slow just because of lava. So, but what we do here, we want to bury this down like that. And you want 2 casting basins. Alright? The casting basins will go directly underneath these faucets. Just like that. Underneath each one of these, we're going to put a hopper. And these are the regular vanilla hoppers that are now used in Feed the Beast 1.5. And right in between them, we're going to set down an item tesseract. Just like that. So we're going to put a hopper, hold shift. That way, as you can see, it faces down like that. Hold shift. Perfect. Right click this, tell it that it's going into items, and now that's connected with our system over here. Now with these, if you look, you right click on that, it starts filling up the casting basin, and that's going to create a block of gold. Give that a second to finish up. It tops off, solidifies, drops in the hopper, drops to the tesseract, and if we come over here, bam, we got a block of gold. And these, you just right click and they start pouring, but we're going to automate it using a redstone clock. These are right Where'd it go? There it is. Redstone clock. You just take one of these, right there, right there. And what these do is every second they release a redstone pulse. So this will cut on and off, but it works just the same. This fills up, solidifies, drop, 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 right over here. There we go. Beautiful. Now you may be asking, that's great, but I thought you said we would get infinite resources. How does that going to work? Well, right now we need an ME crafting terminal. I'm going to set this right here. And if you look, we got this. Now another item we're going to need, it's called the Minium Stone, and this is from Equivalent Exchange 3. If I could spell, holy crap. Minium Stone. And what the Minium Stone allows you to do is it allows you to take items and turn them into other items. And there's a ton of them that you can look at. But if you look right here, let's just take a block of gold. Put it in here. We can turn that into 8 blocks of iron. Awesome. If we take 4 of them, we can turn it into a block of diamond. Awesome. So from that, just from getting the skeleton set up, we now have, oh, look at that. Look at that. They're all on. They have all kicked on. Pumping. Hardcore. This guy's probably like back to max. Yeah. And we can now set him to 100%. And it's going a little slow right now, but he'll be able to hold on to all of it. It's amazing. So we now have infinite energy, and you can then use power converters to turn this into EU, what have you. And we now have an infinite amount of gold, an infinite amount of steel. You can build out another one to right here to handle the iron, and it'll all get hooked up pretty much exactly the same. The cool thing about the vanilla hoppers is that you can just basically set one down, set one here, set one here, set one here, set one here, and they just all filter through. So if you just wanted to use the single item tesseract, you could do that. It would be a little weird with the way this is set up, but I'm sure you guys can figure that out. I hope you enjoyed. I'm sure this isn't the best tutorial in the world. Things could definitely be hooked up. This is probably the smallest, one of the smallest areas that you could have it in. But just with using a combination of mods, the redneck cables, the tesseracts, Mine Factory Reloaded, Applied Energistics, Tinker's Construct, you can have just whatever you want. It's amazing. So thanks guys for watching. If you enjoyed, please hit the little subscribe button, hit a little thumbs up. Always makes me happy camper. So until next time, Brandon C. Lion signing off.